Just some wicked looking old clouds. It's looking pretty heavy back in here. I'm just putting out salt with my trusty companion, one of them. I was hauling wheat straw earlier, but this storm came up and I decided I probably just didn't want to be playing around with the tractors with all the lightning. So I threw some salt on the pickup, so I've taken it out, put it out for the yearlings. That way I can get salt out, and this is towards the south end of the place, and I can kind of keep an eye out for fire over here with all the lightning that's striking. One just popped over there. But yeah, I had a guy just comment on one of my videos asking if we were getting any rain. I don't know what his name is, but his YouTube deal is CDM, another fellow New Mexican. We have to talk to each other across the state to see if anyone's getting any moisture, because it's such a rare occurrence, you know. But that's what I'm up to. So I figured I'd film this real quick. Maybe if he wasn't seeing any rain his way, he might get to see some. But yeah, it hadn't started here yet, but hopefully it'll move across the ranch and we'll get some. It's getting part of the ranch. And that's kind of the nice thing. Most of our ranch, it can be nice and it cannot be nice, but it's raining over there past those calves. It's not raining here. Our ranch is kind of long and spread out. It's not just one big square. So, you know, if it rains, usually we'll get a rain on at least part of it. Not always though. And it's really interesting, even though, you know, we're kind of spread out, the rain just completely varies. Just it's insane how much variation you'll get over the ranch. You know, some pastures will get way more in one summer than the others, and you know, when we're not completely stocked like we are now, when that happens, you know, we can have the ability to move cattle back and forth, and it makes it very handy to have that. But after we lost those grass leases in Texas, and we had to, all those cows came back last year, then we had our bred heifers that, you know, the bred heifer market crashed last year, and so we ended up with a hell of a lot of cows in our lap, and yeah. And I even got even more cows, because I bought cows this spring that were supposed to go on some neighbor's grass, and we still don't have a well on that place. That's a mess. I was supposed to put cows out in April, and we're having problems with the water, so we had a well guy come out, and we're pretty sure he dropped something down the hole, you know, stick a pipe or something, or some wrenches, because same length pump pulled all the pipe out, put it back down the hole, and he had 5 extra feet of pipe. So you know, he dropped something down the hole. And we're not getting hardly any water out of that pump, so either it's kind of a mess. We're hoping we'll kind of get it taken care of this week. Gotta get another guy who's gonna come out and work on another well that was down on the same neighbor's property. So, you know, I've got an extra 40 head of cows that aren't even supposed to be on my place that are on my place. So we're kind of hoping for all the rain we can get right now. But man, it's just beautiful looking. Hopefully this will all turn into a nice inch or 2 inch rain. Not just a lightning storm. We saw a funnel cloud the last big rain. I haven't seen one today. Usually we don't have one. Thankfully we're every once in a while there'll be one that comes across here. A couple years ago, it was like 2010, I think. We had a bunch of tornadoes come across and took out pivots and all kinds of fun stuff. But we're starting to get a few drops on the windshield. But I mean, we've had them take out power lines on the ranch before. So and when they do that, they usually take out the big transmission lines, and so we get all the poles that get broken, build pins out of them. It's corner posts. Built a few barns with them, because I mean they're huge 40-foot poles, and they'll break at the bottom or break in half. And there we go. She's gonna be kind of heavy too. But yeah, we had one tornado just completely take out our courthouse back, but that was in like 1910, so you know they don't happen too often, which is good. I'm happy that doesn't happen. But yeah, I was gonna get some videos moving that wheat straw, because a couple guys asked me to. Jared Woodgate asked me to, and I haven't got a video of it. I was gonna do it today, but this rain kind of cut me off. I've got another day's worth of hauling, so I'll get videos of that for you guys. I've been stacking the wheat straw there at the feedlot, clean that up a little bit. Got more work to do there, but yeah, that's what's going on. Having trouble finding more work for the custom pay. I got a few guys I need to call, but it's just not looking too promising, so that's where that's at. I've got my own hay to cut here in a month. I gotta cut alfalfa here probably after this rain. The next day or two I gotta cut some alfalfa, and then in a month I'll cut my hay grazer down and get it baled up, because we're gonna start planting wheat. They've got the 60 or the 70 acre pivot put up. They're putting the control boxes on it today, so it should probably be ready to go like Monday or something. And then they're going to start on the alfalfa circle. So they almost have those done. I still don't have my 7810 back. I sent it off, actually it came back, and I don't think I made a video of this. It came back, and you saw the video, the clutch fell apart. Well, the clutch cable came off at the transmission. I got a little bit of hail in this. A lot of hail in this. I don't even know if it's worth me talking. My dog's she doesn't like the hail. Woo! We're getting some rain. Hopefully this doesn't destroy my hay grazer like it did last year. That would kind of suck. I had a bunch of hay grazer last year, about 5 foot tall. Had a good rain like this come across it, and maybe had a little bit of hail in it. And it took 5 foot tall hay grazer, and it made it a foot tall. And I haven't had that problem until last year, but that's a problem we're finding with BMR hay grazer, because the low lignin content, they're trying to make it really, really digestible. Well, a real bad rain here will take it down, and we've never had that problem before until we started doing that. So yeah. Woo. I'm gonna back up here. I know I was saying something. I was gonna. We'll get back to the tractor. That's what it was. So they tell me that, you know, the clutch cable was missing some parts, and that's why it came apart. You know, it was broken. It was broken before they got it. And I looked at them because they sent a service guy out to fix it. And I looked at the service guy and he told me that, and I was like, well, why the hell didn't you guys fix it while it was in the shop? And he just kind of shrugged his shoulders and, you know, whoops. But let's see if we can't get out of the weather a little bit right here. There we go. Yeah, my swather. But so we get a new clutch cable. It gets put on, and I start to haul hay, and all I'm doing is hooking up the gooseneck and putting the hay on it. And then I get it started up that day, and I get a trans pressure light going off, and it's, you know, it's not the warning light, it's the little red flash or the stop sign saying stop. I call them up and I was like, hey, I got a trans pressure light, you know, you guys should figure out what's going on. They'd say they will. They were just going to turn the mechanic right around because he just put the clutch cable on, and they didn't, of course. Well, that afternoon I hauled like 2 loads of hay out, and it started like, you would downshift it from second into first gear, and it would rattle. It would rattle really bad, and it, like, you could take your foot and push up on the back side of the clutch, and it would dampen the rattling in it. And we found that. Well, there's a fire call for like 20 miles from where I live. And but back to the tractors. So I call them up when that starts happening, and I was like, hey, this thing's, you know, starting to rattle in first gear. It doesn't, and we found it doesn't rattle every time you shift it in first gear. If you, fuck me, another phone call. I'm gonna reject that one. So, God, this is gonna be a terrible story now. It doesn't rattle every time you put it in first gear. You can actually take the transmission out of forward, shift it in first gear, and put it in gear, and it doesn't rattle. It's just while you're shifting on the fly. And I call him up and was like, you guys got to come get this tractor. He was like, you got to come look at it because now it's rattling. And they said, okay, we'll come look at it. Because I paid them, they fixed some hoses for me and some other stuff, but all in all, the complete bill was $13,000, like $12,922 fucking dollars, like, it was ridiculous. And I'm like, and then I told him, I was like, you're gonna come fix this, then I'm not gonna pay you, because I already paid you. And they're like, no, you know, if there's something that was broken, you know, that isn't that what we replaced, then you'll have to pay for that. I was like, no, because you completely took the transmission completely apart. You touched every part on this transmission. It's your baby. Oh, okay. And I was like, you guys got to get your shit together because I really need this tractor. I have to have another tractor. Well, we'll send you a tractor. I was like, well, that's fine. You can send me a tractor, but you're going to want paid for the hours on it because it was a brand new 7210R. Well, yeah. I was like, well, that doesn't do me any good because I don't have any money and I can't pay you for the fucking tractor. And my tractor's not working. And what it comes down to, he finally called me back right before they came to get the tractor. He was like, I talked to my salesman, we'll send you the tractor. You don't have to pay for the hours you put on it. You know, we charged you a lot for that transmission, and, you know, we're gonna stand by our work. And these guys, honestly, they're really good guys to deal with. They will make it right. It's just, we've had a lot of clusters happen this past couple months, and I'm trying to stay happy with them and they're trying to stay happy with me, because at this point we could get real grumpy with each other and it wouldn't help anybody out. And I told them, I was like, okay, well, I don't even know if I'm going to use it. They're like, but if we send it, you have to get insurance on it. I'm like, fuck no, I'm not going to pay insurance on your tractor. You know, just leave it there, get the damn tractor fixed. Well, yesterday they called me up and they're like, hey, or maybe it was Wednesday, they've had the tractor for 3 days. Like, one of the tires has got a toe problem and the tie rod is all messed up, and I didn't know it was that messed up. I was just gonna fix it myself. Like, do you want us to fix it? I was like, it's gonna take $500 in parts and labor. I'm like, no, I'll fix it myself. But it is just ridiculous. I found the parts on Allstate Ag Parts, brand new parts, for, oh, I want to say 250 bucks, maybe 230. I bought that and a mirror for the one that's missing on it for 430 bucks, and they wanted 500 just for the parts. So I think I came out ahead on that one at least. But yeah, that's where that tractor's at. So as soon as it comes back, we're gonna spread manure, because I already sprayed, and then we'll be disking. And I'm praying to God I can find some more hay to bale, which there's no hay to bale right now because the two big crops are like wheat and then hay grazer and then a few other randoms in there. So you got spring and then you have, you know, fall. And I don't have a big scar baler, and I'm not really doing alfalfa for anybody. But oh, look at the water running. Oh, zoom in. That's water running down the field, and my phone's being stupid. Field. I sound like a farmer now. The pasture. I had turned my irrigation well off. That's why I'm here. But yeah, so, you know, I'm just trying to raise hay for the feedlot, and it's ridiculous. I had a friend ask me the other day, they were gonna try to lease some ground and buy some cows. So like, what would you do? And I was like, do you like having money in your account? They're like, yeah. I was like, then I wouldn't do it. I was like, because you better love what you're getting ready to do, because it's tough. It's really tough. My wife made and I've heard a lot of people make the comment and always kind of brushed it off as people who just didn't want to try. She made the comment, if you want to be, you know, on a ranch or in agriculture, you either have to marry into it, or you either have to be born in it or you have to marry into it. And I'm like, well, I always thought that was kind of a really shitty excuse for not trying, but the more I do, it's kind of right. It's tough. It's not easy for anybody. But if you can get in it and do it, I think it's well worth your time. I think I have a pond now. Yeah, I do. Well, this video just got really long, so I hope you're enjoying the rain as much as I am. I know Riley is. Yes. But, yeah. So, if you like these videos, and this is, this isn't a working on stuff video, this is just kind of me rambling. If you like these rambling videos, just leave a comment, say you like them, say you don't like them, and subscribe, don't subscribe, whatever you like to do. But thanks for watching.